Hi, this is a teddy bear tutorial and it's suitable for anybody who's never done any sugarcraft before. We'll be using Saracino and these tools shown here. So I'm going to be showing you how to do proportions. So the largest piece of paste I've already coloured up myself using some flesh tones and some brown. There we go, that's the Saracino. So cut up your piece of paste using your knife, dividing it into 4. The top quarter will be the head. The bottom quarter will be 2 feet, but I'll be showing you about proportions later. Then we need to divide one of the sections to take the arms off. Cut that in half. If you wanted to make a human child, you'd use all of that paste for the arms and legs, but as we're going to make a teddy bear, we're going to cut those in half. Now if your hands get sticky, you can use some corn flour. Let's show you why we didn't use those. Look how long the arm would be and the leg would be if we used them. But teddy bears are like toddlers. Their arms and their legs are shorter than adults. Get your little toddler to put their hands above their head and you'll see what I mean. There, I'm just showing you the different sizes. So you don't need these 2 pieces of paste, so we pop them to one side. So the long arm and the long leg we're not going to use. We're going to use those for any other bits and pieces we need. Now some people like to use the yellow Dresden tool that you can see there. I don't need it in this one, but it's such a useful tool. I wanted to make sure it was in the picture, just to sort of remind you that it is one of the essentials. So this is the body. Always soften your paste up, put the body together, make sure there's no cracks or creases, into a cone shape. So you can see me making the cone shape on my hand. Press it onto the work surface a little before making it look like a bit like a giant nose, and add in a hole where we're going to put the head in later. So make sure it sits straight before you go any further. I'm just using my knife to mark up a line. You can also use your Dresden, which is why it's there. Now we're going to make the feet, so always roll back to a ball, nice and smooth, and run my finger halfway along the ball to divide it. So I've now got a pointed end and I've now got the little foot. And of course what you do to one, you can do to the other, because with Saracino, it stays nice and soft for you. So we're going to make the foot quite pointed now, right at the top of the leg, just so it can slot into place. You can see that the Saracino doesn't need any glue. If you're using a regular sugar paste with CMC added, make sure you use some edible glue to adhere your pieces together. It's looking kind of cute, so let's move on to the arms. Now you want to make a sausage of arms because this is a very beginner's bear. We're going right back to basics for this one. I'm also showing you where I don't quite get it smooth enough, so always re-roll, give it a bit more of a knead. I just thought that was quite useful to show you that sometimes if your hands are a bit cold, then it doesn't smooth so well, so you need to knead it again. Give it a little bit of a bend and attach it into place. Now if you want to support the arms, you can hold it up against a piece of foam or some scrunched up kitchen roll, and it will dry quite quickly. That was just me making sure that the belly button was in the right place again. I'm sort of really working the paste for the head now, just to try and get it to warm up. Very soon the lights make my hands a little bit sticky, so you'll see the difference. So your room temperature might be warmer or colder. Check the size of the ball, and I tend to flatten the ball ever so slightly, just to make it easier for the muzzle to sit on later. Here I am pinching the neck. You note I'm not using my pointed fingertips. Check the hole for the neck is large enough. Take off any excess and pop it into the hole. Can you see me wiggling there to get the head to stay on? That's quite important. It also means that the paste settles. Put in another line up the centre again. You could use a cutting wheel or your Dresden for that, remember. So now we're going to do an ear for the teddy bear, or ear as I usually say. But what we're going to do, we need to check the size first. So you see me holding it against the head and cutting a bit off. Re-roll your paste always. I'm doing it in my hands today only because it's cold, but when it's a warm day, I do it on my work surface. you can see that you can choose your colours for your inside. So if you want a lighter colour, you can use the skin tone. If you want a darker colour, you can use the brown. I'm reaching for my bone tool. You can decide whether large or small end to make a bigger indent or not. And now I'm just popping inside my chosen colour, which is the darker one. Press again with the bone tool. And we're going to cut that in half with a knife to make 2 ears. Debbie Brown is the very, very clever person that I found this technique from in one of her books. So if you haven't seen her books, please go and grab them. They're absolutely amazing. As you can see, the ears stick on really easily without using any edible glue. Now we're going to make the muzzle. So I'm taking some of the brown paste again. This is straight from the packet colour, the brown. The teddy bear's body was a mixture of the brown and the skin tone, remember. I'll put some links in the bottom of the post as well. And do give us a click and a like. It's a very, very new YouTube channel. So I've rolled the oval shape that you need, flattened it over my finger, and I'm just pressing it into place. But because we've popped a line up the middle, let's pop the line back. The smile tool there, you can use the PME one as well. And I've popped little holes in for the eyes and the nose. Black is the stickiest of all the pastes. There's a lot of colour in the darker colours, obviously. They've all been done safely anyway, so when you buy a pre-coloured piece of paste, you know that it's safe. So you can see we're not using all of our pastes, are we? So you can see the arms and the legs, they're safe. I obviously had some spare flesh tone to show you. Let the little balls for the eyes stick to your finger, and then you can pop them into place. So I cut a ball into half. Half will be the nose, and the other half cut in half will be 2 eyes. Having sticky hands is actually quite helpful for this bit. There we go. So I'm rolling the 2 eyes, and I'm using my finger to pop them into place. Use a soft dry paintbrush to just gently pat them into place. Roll the little nose into an oval shape and press on. And there he is, that's our little teddy bear. Just checking him all around that he sits up nicely. And there he is. I hope you liked our video. If you did, we'd love you to click like and subscribe for more, and visit our website in the link below for more information on classes. See you soon.